Crew, go for ignition.
Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, I checked out Moonfall, and this 2022 film was directed by Roland Emmerich and stars Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, John Bradley, among others, of course. The story of this movie is pretty self-explanatory by the title. The moon is falling to Earth because of, some reasons. And it's up to our main heroes to try to stop it, of course. Along the way, there's lots of disaster stuff, big tidal waves, the moon is coming down on you, asteroids are hitting all around you, and then they go into outer space and there's a big, CGI space chase and whatnot. And so what will happen exactly? You'll have to watch the movie and find out. All right, so let's discuss this movie. Well, what works with it? Well, I'm just going to say it's a big cheesy action disaster flick. That is actually quite a bit of fun. I think the fun comes from like the CGI aspects of it. Of course, you have all of the fun disaster stuff with tidal waves and gravity waves and the moon's coming down. It takes up like half the screen and all of that's lots of fun. But what's really fun is when they go into outer space and they're like driving around in their little rocket ship. It's a cool rocket ship too. It's like has like half like a car, half like a jet or whatever, and it's really interesting. But they're just having like a little roller coaster ride in it, and they're just going around, they're going up, going down, and all of that's great fun. So definitely, just action schlock, disaster schlock. It is great fun that way. In addition, I did enjoy the three main leads. I thought their acting was pretty good, but what really impressed me was their chemistry together. They have great chemistry together. Halle is in there. She's doing her thing as well. But John and Patrick have like such a good chemistry together. It's so much fun to see them on screen. They team up, and it's just so funny how they team up. Maybe I can clip it in here for you.
Yeah.
We need you to come with us. It's a matter of national security.
All right, give me a second. Not going anywhere without him. Yeah, we're a team.
And so you can see that the characters themselves, even though, some other characters you don't really care for, but at least the three main characters are really enjoyable, and it helps you get through this 2-hour movie for sure. Other than that, I would say I did enjoy the story. I know the story is pretty simple, right? The moon's falling to Earth, but the reasons behind it, why is it falling to Earth and why now and that type of stuff, I thought was actually very unique. I'm not sure if that was given away in the trailer or whatnot, but I won't tell you what it is, so don't worry. But I did think it was a rather unique kind of situation that I never would have expected to see a movie about that. So it definitely adds to that, charm to it, I would say. It is, of course, nonsensical why they're doing it. But, it's something that is unique and does at least give you a new experience, right, when you're watching a movie. And with that, it brings me to what doesn't work with this film. Well, I gotta say, all of the science stuff, it is absolute nonsense. You have to forget everything you know about science in order to understand this movie, or at least enjoy this movie. It's all about like gravity and stuff, so forget everything you know about gravity. That's just thrown out the window. All of the science stuff, again, like, I'm sure it makes sense within the context of the universe, but or the movie universe, but in real life, like, the science would never happen that way. And it's all about like gravity, and then gravity's changing, and like you're just like, that's not really how it would work. And with like the changes that do happen, that should be much more extreme than what it is based on like the explanation that they give at the end. And so all of that stuff, yeah, just totally forget science when you watch this one. And with like the gravity, it's all about gravity, right? And so the gravity affects people on Earth much differently than it does when they're in space. Like, there's big tidal waves, earthquakes, all this stuff on Earth. And then they go into space and they're just like flying around like it's a normal spaceship, not recognizing that, how gravity, an increase in gravity would then affect the thrust of your engines and that type of stuff. And I can understand, the CGI team is just using, a spaceship flying around in space, exciting, but yeah, it's something that really just kind of got to me in the end. I'm just like, this is nonsense science. So definitely forget about science if that's something you can do when you watch this one. Other than that, I'm going to say it's like very stereotypical Hollywood. Like you've seen like 1,000 Hollywood movies, big budget disaster movies before, and this, is nothing particularly new except for that like one twist with what the moon is. But other than that, it's very stereotypical with all like the product placements, like all the cars I think are Lexus, and then let's do the Lexus Boost to get over the snow. What else? Like let's have a conversation in front of the Pepsi machine. Oh, do you want a Kit Kat bar? That type of stuff. And then of course, they also include stuff for kind of non-domestic audiences as well. And that's, another trend in Hollywood as well. So just makes it very kind of stereotypical, schlocky Hollywood, big budget disaster movie. You've seen it 100 times before. I'm going to say this is just, very consumable media. You're just looking to watch something, then yeah, this should be really good for you. It's going to, forget half the stuff that just turn your brain off, and just watch stuff happen in front of you. It's definitely a spectacle, but just consumable media just to be consumed. It doesn't seem like there's that much, passion behind it. Or you know what I mean. It's not very it's not making or breaking anyone's career is what I'm going to say. And so it's just very consumable media, pretty forgettable by the end, except for again that one point. But other than that, I would say it is a little long as well. It is like 2 hours and 10 minutes, and so I did think it was a little long. Nothing really happens in the first hour or so, but just consumable media is the best way I can describe it. So if you're looking to consume something, if you want your eyes to eat up the screen, go for it. But if that's not what you're really looking for when you watch a movie, then maybe stay away. So who would I recommend this movie for? Well, if you're looking for, some consumable media, this is a great spectacle movie. Big disasters, everything's happening that way. You won't believe your eyes, I guess you could say. Just very consumable media, very much like a spectacle movie where, you're just watching it for those crazy things. I actually only watched it because I was going to watch The Asylum moon crash. And I thought I would watch this one first, and I was actually, pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed it. It is this, again, turn your brain off fun, but just a big spectacle of a movie that, if you're not looking for anything too serious, it's a great movie to watch. As for rating, I gotta give it the better than average, but not above average score of 5.6. And having said that, I think that's all I wanted to say, so like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.